Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, the risky rains are upon us. Again, 97.3 we're sitting at. We have the entire item collection. We just need 3 monster logs. We are looking for the Ancient Wisp, the Scavenger, and Ifrit. So I think what we're going to do today, let's try to get a Huntress break going. Huntress is a pretty fun break if you can get it going. If you can get it going. You can't always get it going because she is real squishy, and on glass, if she doesn't get a few good attack items really early, I find that she's kind of difficult to play as. The monsters do kind of overwhelm her eventually. Like, even starting out, it takes her 2 hits to kill a Lemurian on glass. What? Come on. But she can move and attack at the same time, and if you actually get the break going, especially if you get a whole bunch of syringes and a whole bunch of on-hit attack items, it feels excellent. It feels really, really good. Plus, she's got that exploding shot, so I guess she can one-shot Lemurians with her ability. I guess the common parlance in this game is to, like, each ability has a letter, and it's like the keyboard button for that ability by default. Like, oh, she has a good Q, but not a very good R, but I don't know what those letters actually mean. Because I map the abilities to... I map 2 of them in my face buttons. I like my main attack on the left face button. Jump, obviously, on my bottom face button. I mean, I can show you guys my... This is my layout in... if you know the Xbox buttons, that's what the layout looks like there. And then I like my second attack, her glaive, to be also on a face button. That works in this game, in 2D games, because that's a nice item to get right out of the gate. Can't be one-shot now. That works in 2D games because you don't have to use your left thumb to control any camera at all. Obviously, in games with a camera, that works a lot less well because auto-target missiles are great for Huntress. Yes, please. Obviously, you can't work face buttons and move the camera with a stick at the same time. Obviously, right? Let's make this a kill floor right here, because I can glaive those. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we can glaive them from down here. Unless they all just spawn up there, which would not be very useful. You don't want to see them all spawning up there, I don't think. Yeah, we can glaive these guys, though. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Head stompers. I mean, we're going to pick them up just because they're there, but it's not really what we want. Piggy bank will come in handy. Gain gold over time. Once we have something to do with gold, obviously with the sacrifice artifact on, we don't need to spend gold to get items. So, all we can use that gold for are secondary effects that you can use gold for, such as the golden gun increases your attack power by how much gold you have. Super good item if we can get it. So the goal here is we're going to get a break going, go through the first loop, go to... try to get to the snow level. Once we find the snow level, we're going to stop there and farm it for the Ifrits. And also scavengers will show up too. And once we get a monster log, we'll go ahead and finish the run and call it good. So now we do have to go all the way around to get those last couple dudes there. All the way up and around. It's a long distance to go, boy. Oh, I didn't kill him. Die, please. 2 more enemies remain. Don't worry, guys. I'm coming. I'm a-coming. Any day now I'll be there. Wish I had an attack item I could have got them without having to do this. Alright, cool. Moving on to the next level. 5 items in level 1, 2 of which are tier 2s. That's not a bad start to the game. Not a bad start with Glass Command. Not Glass Command, Glass Sacrifice. I don't have Command on. Glass Command is obviously the, like, preferred way to play for people who are looking to farm levels and get a breaking run going, but I just find command so obnoxious to use after you start getting really far into the game. You gotta stop and open every chest individually. And the game doesn't pause while you're opening up chests, so monsters can kill you while you're opening up chests. It's just, yeah, it's a lot easier to get the breaking run going, but the breaking run's a lot more fun if you don't have command turned on. Here's my Twalaporter already. Here's a nice attack item. Ancient Wisp we have today as our boss. We will go ahead and make, I think, get a kill floor going over here. Nice and flat. And then we'll go take care of that Ancient Wisp at the end of times here. This is a good kill floor for Huntress. We just have to be careful of any wisps that spawn in that shoot at us on our lair. But our survivability is not terrible. Obviously, it'll be better once we get an infusion going. If we get an infusion going. We did have a situation a couple of runs ago where I got an infusion but basically died right on top of it. Whoops. You know, it happens. It's Risk of Rain. Got a healing item as a use item. I'd rather have an attack item as my use item. And of course I like my use item on my last face button. Damage output is okay, thanks to the auto-target missiles, which we love to see. Do I want a Somerang up here? I want a Somerang up here. Oh, Somerang returns to your position. I don't think I knew that. I guess it would. It's a boomerang, right? I thought it would stay on its horizontal plane and fire back. Okay, well, I learned something about Somerang today. It's not my use item of choice. We're going to swap it out for a better item if we find one later. Yeah, we want to see some verticality and some move speed is ideally useful on the Huntress. Some verticality would keep her off the ground more often, and some move speed would give her more opportunity to get more distance between the bad guys. Okay, now he's got to take down this Wisp. Well, no, we got a parent up there to take down first. Come here, you. I'm trying to snipe you. Thank you. Stay still when I'm trying to kill you. Barbed wire, not terrific for Huntress. Because she's not really in melee range all that much. Oh, the Ancient Wisp's up top here. Okay. I figured he would have spawned underneath the teleporter down there. Shows what I know. Maybe we'll get real lucky and this guy will drop his... We do need his monster log? I mean, he didn't do that. But... No, we need Ifrit, Scavenger, and the Ancient Wisp. We do need the Ancient Wisp. It's a moot point. He didn't drop his monster log anyway. And this is the level 3 that we need. Do we want to just stay here and farm, or do we want to go for the loop? Hello. I went here now. I am now here, through the wall. Thank goodness we could respawn that. That was just nothing. Don't worry about that. That was, sometimes the world barely exists. I did it again. That's so weird. Why does that happen? I'm trying to get up to the top so I can go see if my bridge is in place. Up here. Okay, don't move left here. Just jump from there. Yeah, there's just a hole in the world right there. What's up? Let's go ahead and Somerang from over there. Okay, good. Got a first aid kit. That's our first healing item. That'll heal us a little bit if we take damage. I have noticed a lot of people watching this Risk of Rain series. Welcome, all you new viewers. A big surge in its viewership once Risk of Rain 2 launched. This is not a Risk of Rain 2 series, obviously, but it's my understanding that most of the items from Risk of Rain that are in Risk of Rain 2 do the same thing or do something comparable. So, if you're watching this video because you're out of Risk of Rain 2 content to watch, and you're a new player to the series and you're still kind of getting your bearings, probably the items that you see me pick up will have the same or at least similar uses in Risk of Rain 2. So you might still learn something. You never know. Whoa, a lot of dudes on us there. Let's get out of trouble. I want to go back and get that Colossal Neural now, though. Okay, we got a spider on our butt, so let's jump here a lot. We're going to jump quite a lot. Okay, there's my Neural. Here's my Scarf. We are going to have Boar Beach. I think I might just go there right now. And replay this level a second time. We'll replay it once. Replay it a first time. But obviously I don't know much about Risk of Rain 2. I'm not playing the game. But like I said, I've noticed from watching people on Twitch who are playing the game and enjoying it, a lot of the items that come back from the original Risk of Rain seem to do the same thing. Which is very handy. And also you can just learn a lot of the mechanics of Risk of Rain 2 by playing this game. There are some differences that I've noticed. For one thing, you have to, in Risk of Rain 1, you have to beat the boss after triggering the teleporter event, and then clear all of the enemies after waiting a certain amount of time after triggering the teleporter. In Risk of Rain 2, you have to beat the boss while in a certain physical area around the boss, but you don't have to kill all the enemies once the teleporter is done and the boss is defeated. Wow, that one piglet. That one piglet, though. What else? We got our shirt. We're going to go back to the Ancient Valley. Get it going once again. Really would like to see some verticality, though. Really would like to see some mobility options here. I do know that the Hopo Feather is in Risk of Rain 2. That's the first item I picked up when I booted up Risk of Rain 2 and played it for the very first time. Was I got a Hopo Feather out of a Tier 1 chest. So, $25 chest on the first level. Pretty lucky find. Didn't help me survive. I was still dead within 2 minutes. But y'all know how it is. Teleporter's not going to be up here, and there's not going to be a bridge. So I don't know why I was climbing up instead of down. Can we get some more attack items, please? Because the damage is going to start to fall off here in a little bit. We got the Centipede for something does get in our hitbox, but I would rather nothing be in our hitbox, if that's okay. I am able to shoot the glaive through walls, so I should keep track of that too, I guess. This could be a silly situation here. Is this kill floor? Do we have Ifrit coming out? We have a Colossus coming out. Okay, so we're not going to get trapped in this area at least. Do want to stay over here, though, and try to take this Colossus out if possible. We don't want a gold bomb. Not interested in a gold bomb. Almost have a Somerang out. I'm going to jump over here. Okay, we'll Somerang this way. Keep behind me kind of clear. And the Colossus is done. And there's another Neural, so we've got a bunch of these now. And it's... oh, there's another Colossus there to kill. Homeboy brought a friend to the party. Well, we got the Arms Race, which is not going to help because we can't get drones. We got Sticky Bomb as well, which is an on-hit item that places a bomb on the target. And we like on-hit items with Huntress because we fire a lot of shots. And there's just some passive health regeneration. Alright, so it's still a scary run because we don't have any infusion, and we're going to level 4, which might have the Cremator. But ostensibly, this is not a terrible start to a run. Obviously, I'm not going to be totally comfortable until I see that infusion. And I see it do some work for a little while. Smart Shopper is going to be more coins dropping out of enemies. Still not super helpful for us, of course, until we get a golden gun. I mean, I guess we could have taken that gold bomb as our use item, and put our gold to work, but here we go. There's the rusty knife. I believe it's called the tri-tip dagger in Risk of Rain 2. Has a chance to bleed on hit, and then gasoline is going to set everybody on fire as I kill them. I'd really prefer to see the hive cluster here. Good. See us the hive cluster. That's what we want. We want to see the hive cluster because then we avoid fighting the cremator. Fighting cremator, always real dicey on monsoon difficulty. I've watched experts of this game lose their run to cremator just because it's not that he's a super difficult boss to kill. It's actually pretty straightforward to kill once you know what you're doing. It's just that the bombs that he launches at you constantly... I'm going to get these guys chasing me and then Somerang. That's what we're going to do. Limits your mobility options. And while the teleporter event is running, especially, having your mobility options limited is not helpful at all. It's just, it controls space. And you have to be very knowledgeable about how his bombs get fired and how they move. Because on Monsoon difficulty, you're not shown the targets of the bombs. On earlier difficulties, on Drizzle and Rainstorm, it shows you on screen where the bombs are going to connect. So if you're not planning for them, you know to move out the way. In Monsoon, you have to anticipate them and move before they even come out, really. You have to know the cadence at which Cremator fires his bombs and plan your movements accordingly, so when the bombs come out, you're already in a good space to dodge them. You do not want to get caught with your pants down against the Cremator. I don't even know if the Huntress wears pants. She might have a fashionable skirt. I have no idea. It's hard to tell on a character that's like 2 pixels tall. I will take another sticky bomb, for sure. We will not say no to a second sticky bomb. Actually, I get this Toxic Centipede is doing some work for me, because when these flying Lemurians get into my hitbox... we do want to be up top, because it's got to be where our teleporter is. We've looked everywhere else. It's got to be up on one of these high ledges up here, which probably means we're going to spawn in a Toxic Beast up there. Which I will try to kill as quickly as possible. Oh, teleporter's actually right here. I guess we didn't look on this level. We looked on the bottom level. Alright, let's get her going. Yeah, there's a Toxic Beast. I want to get up and kill this Toxic Beast if I can. Yeah, let's get away from this firing missile parent here. These parents could probably damage me from there, so let's be careful about this. I don't want to be on the ground when the Toxic Beast comes by, because then I get trampled. There's a Leeching Seed. Leeching Seed is an alright heal item, especially for Huntress, because heal on hit. Someone with her attack speed, you can't really play with that. However, we do need the max hit points to really make it count. We need to see that infusion. There's going to be a point in this run somewhere where if we don't have an infusion, survival is going to come more down to luck than anything. Parents have weird hitboxes. You can't shoot them in their head. Doesn't work. You gotta actually hit them in their neck or below. So like right here I can hit them like that. Actually, this barbed wire is doing a little bit of work because it can possibly... Looks like it can stun some of these flyers. Having a couple of contact damage items is going to be good on every character, even ranged characters, I guess, because of the flying monsters that inhabit some of the levels. We're going to Somerang here. I Somerang the wrong way, but it's fine because we can just turn around and it'll come back to us. Get rid of that guy before he spits at us. Alright, we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. And that should be it for this level. Oh, there's one more flying dude. Oh, there's 8 more enemies somewhere. Oh, they must all be up top here. Oh, yeah. They've been spawning up here the whole time. Well, some of them have. What's this? The Carrara? think I'd rather have the attack item. That basically just puts a portal down that you can teleport back to. It's a nice escape item. But I'm not very skilled at using it, and when I have it, I tend to forget that I have it. Much better to just have an attack item at the ready. Alright, moving on to the temple now. And then we can start in on our loop. If the fates are kind, we will see our infusion in this level. We don't yet have a 56-leaf clover either. That'll improve our drop rate immensely once we see one of those. But both of those are tier 2 items. I'm also really worried about my move speed and my verticality, which is not terrific. And you can see what I mean, my damage dropping off here now that we're at impossible difficulty. There's a monster tooth. Heal on kill. So now we heal on hit, heal on kill, heal after receiving damage, and have increased passive regeneration. The healing is pretty good. No complaints about our healing right now. We've also got bustling fungus, so if we stand in place, we get really fast regen as well. But again, that regen is not going to matter if we don't have the max HP to back it up. 201 hit points is not much of anything in this game. We do have the Guardian Heart as a damage shield, which is in Risk of Rain 2, but it's called something else. I don't know what it's called. Okay, here's my Twalaporter. This can be my kill zone here, I suppose. Let that Somerang do some work for me. Beautiful. We kill him before... Almost. There is... I mean, it's not the tier 2 item I want, but that'll put some electricity tick damage on enemies when we hit them. Which is not bad. There's more auto-target missiles that I'm going to very quickly try to grab. Can I not get up here? Wait, how did I get there? Oh, I jumped across the bridge. I jumped across the broken bridge. That's how I got up there. Okay, fair enough. That's going to be tricky, because no matter what I do, I've got to climb up the rope on the right-hand side into that situation there. Unless a Hopo Feather or a Rusty Jetpack presents itself down here on my kill floor. This could be a disastrous situation. We'll wait until nothing else is spawning in before we go deal with it, once we're at remaining enemies. I think I'm just going to go up there and throw the Somerang left and hope it clears a whole bunch of people out. Got a mortar tube. She has to throw out a mortar when we attack. So it could be useful. Yeah, there we go. We saw a mortar pop out right there. Yeah, that situation up top is not looking friendly to me. Alright, we gotta deal with it though. We gotta do something. Let's throw a glaive at those guys there. Try to get some fire. Did I kill anything up there? Looks like I might have killed something. Alright, here we go. Somerang. It went the wrong way. Oh, I got nothing out of that Somerang. Oh, you know, we draw a bunch of dudes down here we can glaive kill now. Stay on our war banner. Nice. Okay, I've cleared the first platform, which is good. So now I can just chill right here. As long as I make sure that this Temple Guardian's shots don't get me. And by the time I finish that sentence, he was dead anyway. Now we're just going to mop up, and then we're going to loop the game, go back to the first level, and try to find the snow world. So we're going to keep looping until we find the version of level 3, the ancient mountain, the ancient valley. The snow world, the one we were at earlier, because that's the only level in the game that Ifrit spawns on. And once we reach difficulty and get the actual break going, with any luck, we will see a monster log for Ifrit drop before the game crashes. Ifrit is a very crashy monster in my estimation. Wow. There's a little hole there that I dropped through. The world is insubstantial. We know this, because the last time we were in the Ancient Valley, we fell through the worlds several times. Also, I'm bad at jump. I really don't like my odds in the next level, though, when we start the loop without some kind of verticality, without some kind of jump. So, alright. LB to revisit previous levels. Here we go. Where I'm coming for you difficulty. Not terrific odds, but we must press on. I don't know if I'm better off farming the level the first time I reach it or going through a loop first. I think you do spawn in more monsters if you go through a loop first, and more elite monsters as well. I think that's the case, but it might not be the case. We don't know what's in the case. Wow, I fired my samurai in the wrong direction yet again. Mortar doing some work. Get some auto-target missiles. I love getting those auto-target missiles on the Huntress. Because after you pick up enough of those, they just fill the screen with them. Alright, let's hit our Twaliporter. An overloading magma worm is not the monster you want to see when you have no verticality at all. So it's entirely possible that the run is over right here. We're just going to move to the far side of the screen here. Attack the magma worm when we can. Keep our damage shield up as much as possible. Get shot as little as possible. Whoa! Okay, okay, we're still alive. We're getting shot by wisps, that's why I'm jumping. There's a goat hoof. I'm going to circle back and get that goat hoof. Okay, got a war banner out. Don't want to stand in that war banner, though. There's a clover. There's a frost relic. Okay, this is going to help clear our situation out a little bit. Okay, got a little bit of verticality on the rusty jetpack. With that clover in play, elites are going to start dropping items more often. Which is just what we want to see. I don't want to be down here. I threw that samurai out preemptively to kind of clear the path of monsters ahead of me. Alright, Overloader's dead. What did he drop? Looks like he dropped a filial imprinting. Okay. Get our little buff bot buddy out. He's going to drop little boogers for us, which will increase our move speed or give us healing, or I think increase attack speed is the third effect. And now I'm just going to hang out right here in my war banner. To the degree to which that's safe to do. And, yeah, that went pretty well. I didn't like my odds, but sometimes the odds favor you. Getting a little silly over there in my war banner now. Let's clean house a little bit. We've got enough fire shields now. I'd like to see other tier 1s, if possible. There are many, many other tier 1s in the game. Let's get some other than fire shields. Hey, we're killing dudes off screen. We got a little bit of verticality. A little bit of verticality is okay. Is there a blighted nerd in there? I can't really tell. Oop, there's missile elite firing at me. Okay, looks like we got him. This guy doesn't like my missiles either. This missile elite here. Gotta show him how it's done. And well played. We are moving on. The items are going to come fast and furious now that we've got that clover. So hopefully before too much longer we will get that infusion. And then we can survive with it long enough to make it do some work for us. Okay, Sky Meadow. This is a good level for the Somarangs. Just lots of evenly spaced, just horizontal, flat sections to enjoy. And we took a big hit from a parent there. I'm going to go up here. Let's get away from this missile man. Okay, damage shield is back. Whew, that got real tricky. But you see how the enemies are doing way more damage now. Way more damage. The damage shields we have from the Guardian Heart is going to prevent us from being killed by any one attack, but it will not prevent us from being killed by two attacks that happen. Like if one attack hits us for big damage and brings down the damage shield, another attack can hit us on the very next frame. At 60 frames per second, the damage shield may or may not even mean that much anymore. Okay, we've got an Ancient Wisp happening. Let's go back to the kill floor over here. Alright, let me see that infusion, man. This jellyfish going to drop one for me. No? Didn't? Okay. Fair enough. Jellyfish does not want to help me out. Not that I blame it. I am trying to murder it and everything in the world. Do I want this crowbar? I do. That's going to increase our damage against enemies that haven't been damaged yet. Anything at full health will take a little bit of extra damage. We've got another centipede. We can put another poison centipede out there now. I'm going to head up this way. Let's kill this jelly. Alright, good luck. Oh, I want this monster tooth, actually. Okay, fair enough. That was a little devious, but it was made more safe by having all the Frost Relic out. Alright, almost too much jelly. I'm not going to try to get those fireworks. That's what I'm waiting for. Get that Summerang out. I thought this parent would... There he goes. I was going to say, I thought that parent would die by now. A new one just spawned in its place. And we're dead. That's it. The jellies just mobbed us there. That's fine. You know, it's fine. Just going to try again. Just get in there and try again. Maybe if we get to the Ancient Valley, we'll just stay there and farm. Because eventually a 56 leaf clover will happen. And eventually Ifrits will start spawning in. Maybe it's not necessary to loop at all. I don't actually know. I suspect that looping does make more monsters spawn in more often, but I don't actually know that for an absolute fact. The problem with the Sky Meadow as a level, and maybe this was intentional on the designer's parts, I don't actually know, but there's two decent kill floors, but both of them are towards the edge of the level. So if you do start to get overwhelmed on your kill floor, you can't retreat anywhere. You're just backed in a corner. And with that many jellies and other blue elites, sometimes you gotta roll your dice and try to go through big mobs of enemies, and it's not always gonna work out for you. Boxing gloves is knocked back. It's not really what we want to see. Maybe it'll come in helpful later on when we're trying to keep monsters away from us as we're moving, as we're pushing them back away from them. But obviously you still would rather see that first level infusion. You know what I mean? Okay, we'll take the minefield. Drop some mines on the ground. Explode dudes that are chasing us. I don't know, man. With Huntress, you almost want to see first item Guardian Heart rather than Infusion, because if you pick up that Infusion, you still got to survive long enough for it to start paying dividends. And if it doesn't, then... I mean, it doesn't. That's the end of that sentence. The run can end once Infusion comes out, provided they kill you before the Infusion does any work for you. I did get them nugs, which is nice. Here, guys, have some mines. You guys want some mines? Thank you. Barbed wire, we stipulated, may or may not be helpful. Really want to see that infusion. The problem with farming level 3 before we get much of anything else is spiders are scary. The robot spiders can follow along the ground and shoot you a lot. There are ways to deal with it, though. When you have a kill floor that has a ladder hanging above it, then you can kind of like retreat up the ladder a little bit, especially since we have head stompers. If we need to just drop down into a mob of enemies over and over again and wait for our health to fill up, we can do that, but it's not a fun way to kill enemies. We don't want to see the damp caverns. It always takes a long time to find the teleporter because there's lots of various levels that you can check only once, like one level at a time. It's a very fractured stage. Guess we'll check the top first and then go down along the bottom, and then when we cycle back up, we'll just go through the middle then. That's my search pattern. What do you guys think? Although we make it super lucky and see our Ancient Wisp monster log if we get it as the boss here. Okay, it looks like that's the end of the line here. Let's go down along the bottom. This little nook on the left here. Okay, it's open from the left today. That means this is how we get into it. If it's closed... Not on the left, on the right. If it's closed on the right, that means you gotta climb down into it from the level above. And a lot of times I forget to check it. I'll do 2 laps around the level, be like, where's my teleporter at? Turns out it's in that little nook right there. I just didn't enter it from the proper direction. I was told by a friend of mine, buddy of mine, who is following along my Hundo series. I'm going to drop those right there for you. What do you think? Did you enjoy those? Enjoy those mines? I enjoyed giving them to you. It always feels good to give, you know what I mean? Okay, Burning Witness. That will set the floor on fire after I kill an enemy. And I think grant a small move speed buff as well. I do not like these guys up here. They're very hard to hit. You gotta jump off and time the glaive to get in there. And I'm bad at it. I'm bad at timing. Can I go back to the... I can go back to the other side and drop some mines, though. Which is exactly what I intend to do. Watch this mess. This is where I'm gonna die, right? Right there. Boom. Hey, we got a sickle. That'll come in real handy once we get some crit glasses stacked up. Not going to take that. I think we'll leave that alone. But I'm using this as a kill floor and not back over where the teleporter is, basically because of what I said. There's no escape from that area if you get mobbed in. And there's a healing elite in there today. By the time I get back up here, my mines will be back. And we'll deal with them that way. Very good. And that's it for the teleporter event. Finish things off here and head to the next stage. Hopefully we get our Ancient Valley. Like I said, I think we're not going to loop unless we have to. If we get the Ancient Valley, we'll just find a good kill floor and farm. We did get the Ancient Valley. Let's see if we go to Boar Beach first. Looks like we are going to get to go to Boar Beach. Okay, so let's go to Boar Beach. We will get our shirt from there and anything else that feels like dropping, if anything at all. We'll come back to the Ancient Valley, and we'll just stay here until we either die, get an Ifrit monster log, or crash. If we get the Ifrit monster log, we will of course move on and finish the run. Otherwise, we will not do that. And that's my plan. That's my plan for today. Last time I left a piglet alive down here, and it wasn't very good for me. Good old piglets. I actually did play Maple Story once. It was years and years ago. My goodness, this was like, had to have been 2005, or maybe even a little earlier than that. I tried out Maple Story. Didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. Because I got some comments like, is Boar Beach a Maple Story reference? It is, in fact. Maple Story being a 2D platformer MMO that's like really old now. It's like 15 years old now. Seriously doubt that I would enjoy Maple Story if I tried playing it now. Seriously doubt. These are the spiders right here. They're the ones that will shoot me along the floor. So if I don't get verticality and there's a lot of spiders and they gang up on each other, they don't all fire at the same time. You see what I mean? You kind of have to straddle their shots, but if there's too many of them, it's going to be like a constant sea of shots that you have to try to straddle. But I like this place here because if things do get too hot and heavy for me, I can retreat up that rope. Give me some breathing room. The time it takes me to climb all the way to the top of the level. Actually, our health regen's not great right now, so probably I won't heal that much. But it might give me some time to get my panic mines back. If there's no missile elites down there, I can actually just chill out on the rope indefinitely and let the monsters spawn and then drop the panic mines from the rope. I can make that happen. Now we got the elite robot spider here who's guarding my ukulele, which I do want. Nice. Okay. It's a little bit more damage output. But 89 health. It'll be dicey. Alright, we're on a hard difficulty. We're going to have to chill out here until probably ha difficulty before we start seeing bosses spawn in with any irregularity. And Ifrit is kind of an uncommon boss even on this level. We're more likely to see the Imp Overlord. That's the only one that can spawn here. No, the Colossus can spawn here as well. Okay, wanted to give us a whole bunch of elite golems here. Would be nice if I had a clover to go with all those elite golems. So this knockback is actually not terrible. It's actually helping to keep enemies at bay, which is kind of nice. It gets real silly when you get the actual breaking run going and you have a whole bunch of boxing gloves stacked, because then you push monsters away from you faster than they can move towards you. It gets real dumb real quick. See, I just ate a robot spider shot there and it took almost half my health. I don't have a damage shield. I don't have very good health level either. Max health. It's not the item we need. It's not the tier 2 we need. That box only helps if we can get drones, and we can't with sacrifice turned on. That bustling fungus will be helpful. Now if things get too hot and heavy here, I can retreat up the rope, find a safe place to sit for a couple minutes. Get my health back, try it again, come back with the panic mines, off cooldown. I actually don't have a lot of experience farming this level. Typically when I farm on a level with sacrifice, I do it on the Dried Lake. Dried Lake has lots of little nooks and crannies up at the top left that enemies can fall down into if you need to. We're going to drop panic mines and kill this Clayman. Okay, we got him. Alright, I like a goat hoof. Goat hoof is a good start. There's lots of tier 1 items, especially in this game, that are almost imperceptible when you pick them up. The goat hoof, the soldier syringe, the mysterious vial. But when you stack them a lot, you notice their effects constantly. Obviously, if you get a lot of goat hooves and you're super sanic fast, or you get a lot of mysterious vials, you just watch your hit point meter grow in real time. In meal time? I wish it was meal time. I am hungry. I've had really bad insomnia the past few days. My sleep schedule's been really, really wonky. And I've been waking up and streaming or recording instead of actually eating anything, so I haven't had breakfast/dinner yet today. I had a small handful of La Choy brand chow mein noodles. Yeah, I was going to take Electric Man. We got to take him out with the Panic Mines. I wasn't even going to play with him. Also, I guess I could stand outside of his range back there. Would have been fine, too. The La Choy chicken chow mein is one of our favorite, just easy dinners. Easy dinners, you know what I mean? Like, some days you want to cook, right? Some days you want to cook a dinner, have something delicious and nutritious, and put your heart and soul into. Some days you just want to open a can. You know what I mean? You buy the La Choy chicken chow mein, you grill up a couple of chicken breasts, cut them up, and you buy the little chow mein crunchity noodles. And I had some left over from dinner a few nights ago, and I just had a handful of crunchities before I started recording today. That's all I had. I did not like when that Clayman decided to spawn right on top of me. I don't know what government agency to report him to, though. I got 880 moons in Super Mario Odyssey. That was my gaming accomplishment. Yeah, this situation right here with the dead. Spider chased me from both sides, and I had nowhere to go and half my health. Let's get in there with one more try today with the Huntress, I guess. Yeah, it took me a couple weeks, but I got the full hundo clear in Super Mario Odyssey. 880 moons. Wow. That's too much. That's way too much. I don't understand the people who enjoy Super Mario Odyssey for the amount of content it has. Like, that was those comments that I saw constantly while streaming the game. People would come to me like, I love this game. There's so much to do and so much content. There's so much to see. Really? Is there? Because there's one thing to do and you do it 880 times, it feels like to me. I don't know, you take a game like Super Mario 64 or Super Mario Galaxy, and it feels like they designed fun, structured levels with platforming challenges that only had a few actual objectives in each level. In Mario 64, there were 7 objectives in each world, and then Mario Galaxy, it kind of varied. Some worlds were bigger than others. There was only 1 in some worlds, and there was like 5 or 6 in others. But it felt like the design was kind of like from the ground up. Like, they thought about what kind of challenges they wanted to have, like what kind of objectives they wanted to have, and then built the levels to serve those objectives. Whereas Super Mario Odyssey feels like it's the other way around. It feels like they just designed the levels to be these big, sprawling, exploration-y hub levels, and then arbitrarily hid some number of objectives inside of them. I don't give games review scores typically, but somebody asked me, like, what would I give Odyssey if I was to give it something? I would have to give it a 1 out of 10. Not because what was in the game wasn't good, but just because the ratio of how much stuff there was in the game to how much of it was good stuff. 2 crit glasses and a scythe, which heals me when I get crits. That's not terrible to start. It's not terrific to start. I'd much rather start with some mobility or an infusion or some a really good attack item. We haven't seen a tier 3 yet this session, but yeah, I would say that less than 1/10 of the moons in Mario Odyssey were really fun to get. So, kind of by definition, yeah, if I gotta give it a review score, 1 out of 10. You can't give it lower than that. I do like exploring in games, but exploration, to me, does imply discovery. if there's nothing to find, then the exploration, they really are going to have this ukulele. They keep giving me this ukulele. If there's nothing to find in the world, it doesn't really matter how big the world is or what there is to see in it. And in Super Mario Odyssey, no matter where you go or what you do, the only thing you're ever going to find is a moon. And for me, moons were very devalued just by the sheer number of them that there were. Like, I would complete a really cool platforming section that would take me a lot of tries or whatever. Something that felt really satisfying to play. Something that felt like it could go in Super Mario 64 or Super Mario Galaxy. And I would get one moon. Or I would be out in the hub level and just turn my camera 30 degrees in one direction and, oh hey, there's a moon just sitting there in the open. It kind of devalues the moons if you give the exact same reward for a real meaty objective versus just leaving the rewards randomly laying around in the levels. Like in Risk of Rain, typically you have to get items out of boxes. You got to spend gold on boxes. The sacrifice artifact that I have turned on disables that aspect of the gameplay. No boxes spawn in, but instead of that, enemies will sometimes drop items. So I get items, just I don't get them from boxes. It does mean you can farm levels because levels never ever run out of enemies. You can always just get more enemies and therefore more items, which is how farming works with sacrifice. But imagine if in addition to getting them off enemies, like the items were just laying around for free in the levels and you don't even have to do anything. They're just there. Like, you know what? This comparison doesn't make sense. In Risk of Rain, it would not devalue the items because in Risk of Rain, the items actually do something, whereas in Mario Odyssey, the moons don't actually do anything. Never mind, that comparison doesn't really work. Can I get that taser? I got shot a bunch of times by that dude's missiles. I don't think we can reach this taser. Oh, we got it. Nice. Okay. Yeah, let's stay back here and try to get these guys from over here, maybe. Because Missile Man there is not doing me any favors. I'll tell you what it feels like, actually, the moons in Mario Odyssey. I'll tell you what it felt like to me. If you've ever played the original Kingdom Hearts, don't play it, by the way. Oh my god, the Kingdom Hearts series is terrible. Please don't play Kingdom Hearts. I mean, if you want to, go ahead and play it, whatever. But don't tell me about it. I don't want to know about it. But if you remember the original Kingdom Hearts, you had these little in-between level sections where you built a spaceship. And, oh cool, we got our first hit list. Nice. And you had to, like, fly your spaceship to the next level. It's just something the game made you do every so often. And you could build your spaceship out of a whole bunch of different kinds of parts. And that was basically all the game ever rewarded you with. If you found treasure boxes out in the wild, almost every reward you got from exploring in the game world in Kingdom Hearts, when you found the new area or you went to a dead end and there was a treasure box there, it was always just like a piece for your spaceship. That's all the game ever gave you. Which is fine if you like the spaceship, but the spaceship was so divorced from the rest of the gameplay that the rewards, I want that gasoline. We're going to go around and get that gasoline. Then we're going to come back up and deal with these schmoes and their poo gas. Okay. Oh, there's a guy right here. Whoops, didn't see him there. So, yeah, getting rewards in Kingdom Hearts, it always felt really devalued, because it's like, yeah, exploring this world doesn't matter, because the only thing that I'm going to get is, like, a thing for my new spaceship. Like, and I can go in and build a new... And who cares about the spaceship? Like, it's so divorced from the base game. This is why most JRPGs don't divorce their reward structure from their gameplay. This is kind of getting off topic of Mario Odyssey. Now we're into talking about JRPG design. But, hey, we got lucky. We got the Ancient Valley again. So we can try farming this level one more time. I think we're going to stay further to the right this time, though. And have more spaces to hide from spiders. Or we'll just stay closer to our rope. And not go way over here before we get some goat hooves and verticality. Maybe that's what we'll do. Most JRPGs, when you find treasure, when you find rewards in the game, they give you items or equipment or new abilities or something. Something you can use in the base game. But Kingdom Hearts didn't do that, and that really devalues the reward structure of the game. And having devalued rewards devalues whatever you're doing to get those rewards. In Mario Odyssey, that's exploring the levels. Because moons are so plentiful and because no individual moon matters, getting one never feels really good. It always just feels like, oh, you got a moon. We're going to, like, Cappy's going to celebrate, and we're going to show you, like, it's going to lock in on your console, like, what date you found this moon, and you get this little fun song and dance, but who cares? It's just a moon. There's a million moons, and they're absolutely everywhere, and you get moons for doing everything. So no individual moon matters. Except for during the main plot of the game, when you're just doing the main plot and you need moons to unlock the next levels. Yeah, let's drop war banners all down along here. Would be beautiful. Would be a wonderful way to go. Breath of the Wild almost has that same problem, because like early on finding Korok seeds and shrines is really rewarding because you have to increase your inventory limit, increase your health bar, which you need. See, now we got to deal with this guy. And this is why I don't like farming level 3, because of these spiders. Okay, we got them. Elite spiders, man. We got to treat them with a lot of respect. Initially, Korok seeds are really good because you have to increase your inventory limit. And finding shrines is really good because you have to increase your health and stamina levels. And that's how you do that. But you reach a point in the game pretty early on. Like, I would say every player within 10 hours or so will reach a point where their inventory is as high as they practically really need it. And they have as much health and stamina as you really need to complete the game. And from that point on, there's, like, exploring is no longer rewarding because the only thing you get is the thing you already have and the thing you don't really need more of. Or weapons. You find a bunch of weapons. I will say, though, that Breath of the Wild, in terms of exploring just for the sake of exploring, because that is very enjoyable for some people. Some people like just going out and exploring just to kind of see what's out there. And in that regard, Breath of the Wild did a much better job than Mario Odyssey. Breath of the Wild's world was just legitimately fun to run around and get in trouble into. For a while, at least. For a while. I am a very goal-oriented player when I play games. I like to know that what I'm doing matters in some sense. I'm the kind of guy that I would rather get a quest to kill 100 jabronis and then go turn in the quest to get the jabroni sword, rather than fight some arbitrary number of jabronis that each have a 1% chance to drop the jabroni sword. Oh, his hit list came back. Nice. I guess if we fill up the hit list here, maybe the robot spiders won't be as schnurgy as they have been. I'm getting way too far away from my safety rope. We got to stay over here in this war banner. This is my house. This is where I live, right here. We can see spiders coming from the right and have plenty of time to escape them. And we have this little nook on the left where we can get some verticality and hide from spiders if we need to. Or escape up the rope. Except when that happens... See, now we just kind of wait for our health to come back. We'll wait up here. Do we have... We do not have any head stompers, so that's too bad. But he's not a missile elite, so we'll just chill out. Okay, got him. What you do is land on the ground and be sure to jump before he fires. If it's only one spider, we can typically take them out pretty quickly, especially standing in our war banner, and especially once we get some soldier syringes and some more on-hit effects. Come on, where you at, soldier syringes? Yeah, being a goal-oriented player, like, I need to know that my playing is meaningful in some way. I can't... Like, it's very... Like, even in a game like Minecraft or Factorio... Well, I guess Factorio does have a goal, but, like, even in Minecraft, I set goals for myself in Minecraft. Like, okay, I'm going to do this thing. I'm not one of these players who just kind of runs around and explores the world of Minecraft. I'm not one of these players that can go into creative just to build some big Lego house. Like, my Lego house needs to be the place that I'm storing my stuff, and I'm storing my stuff because I have a particular goal in mind that I want to achieve. We're getting way too far away over here. But we're stacking war banners, and we're getting a tough time. This spider here is not a good guy. It's going to help our hit list out. Can we get this tough times, please? And get back before things get a little too salty? Nice. Okay. Oh, this is a missile elite. I don't like him at all. If we fire from way back here, I don't think he'll fire at us. Okay, we're not doing bad. We're not doing bad. Survivability is still an issue, though. Still very much, and it will be for a long time. We got to check over to the right periodically for items that drop, but typically we want to live in this war banner here. And hopefully before long, like, we'll have war banners all along this whole platform. Or we'll get killed by a spider here, and then I guess I won't have any cause to upload this video. That's a question. Like, if I don't make any progress, should I still upload the video, I wonder? Because there's two schools of thought here. Like, number one. Drop a decoy. Ooh, that'll help, actually, since I don't have another attack item. Like, the first school of thought would be, like, you need something to happen in every video. Like, you want some kind of progress in every video. Head stompers. I can put these to use. Let's grab these and then get back as quickly as possible. So yeah, every video we want the percentage of game completion to go up at least a little bit. Like, I wouldn't want to upload this video without getting one of the monster logs I'm missing. The other school of thought, though, is, like, if I leave out videos where I don't accomplish anything, am I really conveying how long it takes to 100% this game? I don't know the answer to that question. I'm legitimately asking. Like I said, we've got a lot of new viewers to the channel coming just for this series. It might behoove me to solicit some opinions from the Peanut Gallery. What do you think, Peanut Gallery? Would you rather see every second of my Risk of Rain adventure, or would you rather me omit episodes where I don't accomplish anything? We have a space here where we're standing in 3 war banners. We gotta go get that gasoline. Get it and get out. The health regen inside the war banners is increased. So, we do have a little bit of healing in the sense that we've got all the war banners out. We're also getting a little bit of healing every time we do a critical hit against a monster. I'm trying to save my glaive and my explodey arrow for spiders, since they are the most dangerous enemy on the map right now. Oh, there's a hit list guy way down here. Nope, you know what? Drop the buddy. What do you guys think, buddy? Ooh! Woo! Okay, I don't think he can get me with his missiles from there. Oh, but he's camping my war banner. Yeah, I don't like him. I don't like him down there. Do I risk it? I risk it, right? We head stompers and we get out. I think I saw a blue elite down there, though, so I don't know that I want to try that too much more often. Yeah, that's a blue elite. I don't like it. Maybe if I go over here. Okay. That was a little safer. Oh, too many spiders, and I'm headed the wrong direction. Here, drop the buddy. Alright, buddy helped. But I want to get back in my war banners for the regeneration. And I got a Blighted Clayman now. And homie's firing missiles from both sides. Oh, damn it. I landed to the left somehow. I landed to the left of that little nook. Oh, that was too bad. Oh, that was too bad. So, we have accomplished nothing in this run. We did not get one of the monster logs we needed. We're still at 97.3. We'll try another character next week and see if I have better luck.